back with another video. Before we get started, as always, cue my guy, Indigo Saint. Let's get it. Let's get it. Indigo Saint in the building. Black View Investing. Let's go.
Who's this producer?
Best believe I was black, you invested. With your money, you ain't gotta be guessing. Profits is what we manifested. So we binge on that black, you invested. Best believe I was black, you invested. That course in this race, we ain't resting. We got stocks, we got crypto with a blessing. So thank God for that black, you invested. Best believe I was black, you invested.
Hey guys, what's going on? Again, Black View back at you again here. I'm sorry, I played with this green screen thing for a while, and I could not get the best view. Might have to play with it again. But anyways, what is going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about UN or UK RLN experimented with these cryptos for the digital pound, and if not drop now, when? Okay. So yeah, let's share the screen so you don't have to look at this garbled green screen mess. And yeah, we'll get into it this morning. So what's going on, OMC? What's going on, E? What's up, Crypto and Focus? Shout out to OMC for joining the Patreon. Appreciate it, brother. One thing to let you guys, one thing's to note here. Shout out to the Telegram. You can join the Telegram completely for free. Just got to let you guys know something happened in the Telegram where we lost like 70 members all at once. So I have no idea how that happened. I really don't. That's what it is, though. One time it was 120, then all of a sudden it was 50. And a lot of our guys have come back over and said what happened. Shout out to AT Alien. He just said, not sure what happened, but did the group chat drop people? I opened up the Telegram and the chat was gone for me. So I can't explain that, guys. But if you have joined the chat and for some reason you got kicked out of it, wasn't anything I did, wasn't anything my moderator E did. Shout out to E. Shout out to E for being here too. So the link is in the description. You can sign yourself back up. Yeah, can't explain how that happened, but yeah. And yeah, let me put the link in the description. It's in the description, but I'm gonna put it in here for people in the chat as well. Let me go get it. It's the oddest thing. So I don't know how that happened. I'm not gonna speculate at all. But would love it if you guys go ahead and come back in if you were booted out. We'll just put it like that. Grabbing the link. Because we're gonna continue to drop knowledge regardless, guys. Whoops, I think it gave me the wrong link. Let me go back here. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday morning. Copy link. I'm struggling over here with this mouse, bro. Okay, it's not copying for me. So yeah, just if you guys can, the link should be in the description there. And go ahead and sign back up to the Telegram. For whatever reason, it's not allowing me to paste. What's up, Italia? Great, appreciate it. Hey man, as long as you came back, bro, that's much appreciated. Much appreciated. Let's go ahead and get into this story here. And shout out to the guys over at 3T Warrior Academy. It's a couple weeks ago or a couple of days ago, I was watching this on their channel. Like to give props to people who give great information. So shout out to those guys, Johnny Crypto, Abs, and those guys. They do a good job over there. So UK regulated liability network to implement with digital pound as token deposits. Okay. Now, what we're going to notice in this article, they give some great information, which they usually do not give. And we can also correlate this with the Digital Pound Foundation. That website, you can see it up here, digitalpoundfoundation.com. You can go ahead and check it out for yourself. But you can see below, there are some supported by members, key members that we should point out here. It says we are an independent forum supporting the implementation of a well-designed digital pound. So we can see big players, Ripple here, right? Electronium, I believe, is a payment crypto, not nearly well known as Ripple and some of the other guys over here. Quant, of course, right? Huge Quant and Accenture. Accenture, I've been doing some research, not fully ready with it yet, but Accenture does have connections to Hedera. So I hear. Okay. So I've seen. So Accenture, you can almost think of that as Hedera, but they have some heavy connections to Hedera. Okay. So back to our other article here. Oh, and of course, it just flashed as I left. Avalanche. Can't forget those guys. So going back into this, yeah, we'll accept the cookies, sure. They actually mentioned some of the things that they used. It's down below here. Okay. So UK RLN, and I think we just said what RLN is, right? Regulated Liability Network. Is likely to use blockchain. Part of the discovery phase work included comparing whether to adopt a centralized or decentralized technology, arriving at the preference for distributed ledger technology. The reasons given were tokenization, which we've been talking about, right? And shout out to E, has been leaving some great tokenization information in the Telegram, again, completely free. Integrity, transparency, and privacy. Okay. Um, a range of technologies were assessed, including Corda. Remember, we talked about R3 Corda. What is the settlement coin for R3 Corda? XDC. Okay. Adhara, Millicent, Quant, Polygon, Canton, Settle, and Knox. Okay. They also analyze others such as Quorum, which is basically Ethereum, right? Purity, which I believe is Polkadot, and Hyperledger Bezu, which is IBM slash, IBM slash Hedera there. However, the participants didn't share any decisions on the tech providers. We believe that Settle and City originated the RLN concept, and Settle and Digital Asset have been working on it for more than a year. So this is huge. Now, some of these, like Adhara, Millicent, Canton, some of these are private, okay? But of the ones we can take from, right? Corda being XDC, right? Quant, Polygon, Ethereum, and Polkadot. And here we can show you where Polkadot is parity. CX parity. And as always, guys, if you have any questions, please put them in the chat. We will get to those at the end. So LCX. Okay, we'll look at both of these. So LCX has a partnership with them, right? And in that partnership with Parity Technologies, they mention Polkadot because they're basically the people that are the coders behind Polkadot. Okay. You know how I love to give you guys receipts on here. I don't want to just say something about Parity and not give you the Polkadot receipt to go with it, right? It's taking a while to load for some reason, but you can see LCX chooses Polkadot to advance their security token. And then you see LCX is going to work closely with Parity Technologies to bring security tokens and digitalize asset standards to Polkadot. So there it is, 100% relating Polkadot and Parity. Okay. So again, when we talk about is Polkadot dead, and I tell you guys, well, Polkadot's focus isn't, it isn't what most people say it is or think it is. It's a private sector is where Polkadot's focus is, and we understand that now. When we compare it to things like this, you can see its focus is the private sector, because a lot of these coins like Canton, Millicent, and Ahara, they're private blockchains. Corda, private blockchain. You can't have access to these. But fortunately, you can have access to Polkadot, and you can have access to XDC and the others that we mentioned there. And we could go look at some of the prices of those as well. Let me go out and see who's in the crowd here. What's up, Riviera Group? What's up, guy? Appreciate Scott. That's my guy there. Let me go up to the top here, make sure I didn't miss anybody. So Crypto in Focus. Yep. So got it. Okay. So we're going to get to all of that. We're going to get to all of that. So let's just take a look at some of these tokens and where their price sits right now. Quant is sitting at a pretty good price right now, right? 91 right now. Had dropped down to like 89 cents. But if you're thinking Quant's going to hit over 1,000, which I really think it is, like $89 or $91 really don't matter too much, right? Considering at like the beginning of the year, this guy was, well, a little bit towards last year, right? This is high as 200 and something dollars. So you're getting it almost half off right now. If you can say to the beginning of the year, it was at 160. So still a really good bargain. I really think we can see Quant do something like Ethereum did last bull run, this bull run. Okay. So maybe Quant gets to the thousands or more this bull run, right? So at least, and not financial advice, this is my thought with my portfolio, which of course means I am invested in Quant as well. I'm thinking at least 10x. Who can say like long term, but at least 10x is a good mark for this next bull run, right? And let's take a look at Polkadot. I have some Polkadot, but I'm way more invested in the other ISOs than I am in Polkadot. I don't think they're dead, but I think some other things may have passed it. Again, another one with at least 10x, at least 10x possibility in the next bull run, which is insane, insane, insane. Um, most people in the stock world think that 20% or 15% is something, and we're here in the crypto world, and about what, like 2025, 2024, we can have a 10x gain. It's just insane to think about, guys. It's insane to think about. And then let's look at Polygon. Let's type in Matic here. 52 cents. It's really getting low there too. I don't know if it has anything to do with this conversion that's going to happen or whatnot, but this kind of leads us into our second topic, which is if not fall now, when? Uh, even though Bitcoin didn't fall, there were a lot of altcoins like a Polygon, like a Quant, that did fall, even though Bitcoin kind of stayed sideways at this, 26 ish type of area. Some altcoins continued to fall, like Polygon, like Quant. So still a pretty good opportunity to go out and grab some of these. Um, you know, Still a great opportunity to go out and grab some of these. But let's kind of dovetail into, okay, September fall didn't happen as much as a lot of people thought, including myself. If we come over here and look at the Bitcoin chart here, we'll go ahead and kill the Telegram right quick. So the fall in Bitcoin did happen at on the new moon, like it normally does. But after the new moon, it kind of just bounced a little bit, bounced more towards the upside, and seems to be kind of chilling at the 26 area. Um, the Powell meeting didn't have any effect on Bitcoin, which a lot of people thought that Powell's meeting would. It didn't. So at this point, I think we're pretty much kind of out of the woods until the next thing, right? Let's just bring up the chart. Well, while the chart's coming up, the next thing technically is a full moon. So it actually tends to be bullish during the full moon. A couple days before the full moon, it'll make people feel like it'll be a little bit lower coming into the full moon and then go up towards the full moon. At least this is my experience. Like, no certainties, not financial advice. I don't want to be anyone's financial advisor. This is just what I'm thinking with my portfolio. So full moon's coming up there, but then if we look at the eclipse cycle, solar eclipse, which usually tends to be bullish, is coming up on October 14th. And then a lunar eclipse is coming up October 28th through 29th. So maybe this lunar eclipse is a point where we could say maybe we see some down action. Let's see here. Okay. Not a smoke alarm. That's one of my alerts. Seems like it's Hedera, but let me go to Bitcoin before. Before we go there, every time. Not big enough, right? Um, let's see what's up with Hadera. Just popping up a little bit over 5. Just that real quick. So another thing to note with Bitcoin here. So in the week chart, if we look at these green humps here, that's the Wyckoff. They're getting lower. So every time it's going lower highs, even in this bounce up, right? But one of the things I want to note for us here is the month chart. And I know we almost never look at the month chart, but I think the month chart is really telling here. Let's kill that. So the thing that this month chart really points out really clearly to me is the kind of major cycles, right? And I kind of did this already with my comments up here. You kind of have, okay, so you have a halving, right? You have the bullish top, those bullish 2 years, and then you have like the bearish 2 years, and then you have the little ramping up to come back into the next halving. So bull, bear, and a little bit of ramp up to come back into the next halving. So in turn, we go to the next halving, and we see some of the same type of stuff. Bullish, till it goes bearish years, and now we have the kind of ramping back up to go into the next halving. Now, one thing to note, here's the ramp up to go into the next halving over here, right? This little part looks pretty identical to this one, right? Except this little bitty red piece here that's missing. And it looks like we're starting that now. So maybe we do still go down a little bit, okay? You can't really count this right here because this was Rona, right? And it really looks like Rona kind of slowed things down a bit because it looks like it was going to go way higher. But Rona just really kind of put the brakes on it and kind of like slowed things down a bit. So I don't know if you ever saw on Rice's channel, he interviewed John McAfee. And one of the things John McAfee was saying is like, wow, he thought there was going to be like $1 million Bitcoin way sooner. And he did that based off of his own analysis. And like maybe Rona really did curve Bitcoin like really badly. And I don't know, guys. I don't know. It just really looks here. If you look at the chart, it looks like it was really going to go bananas, and it got harshly stopped there. So I don't know. But anyways, good for us though, I guess. Better, right? Because now it's a lower price that we could get in, right? But anyway, so just basically here to tell you guys, maybe we should be still a little cautious. Like if you have to get into something, go right ahead because you're still getting at it at a low point, lower than what the next bull run will be, right? Way lower than what the next bull run will be. But maybe there's still a little bit of room to get things a little bit lower. So just FYI. And maybe that point will possibly be October 28th, 29th. And if I were to pick another point, it would probably be towards the end of the year, sometime in December, because every time we have like people adjusting their portfolios for tax purposes, so usually, generally, there is some type of drop off in the December time. And if we go to the day chart, we can kind of see that better. Let me kill this. You kill the moon phases. Let me. Okay. Not sure what's happening here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so December of last year, we have a dip. Where is it? December 21, we have a dip. December 2020, we have a dip. So that might be another little point there to possibly do some more DCAing. Of course, within that time, we're going to have more, full moons, right? So, you know, just something to look at there. Let's go out for comments. What's up, Nerd Up Inc. Marv? What do you think about Injective? I think Injective is like they just made some type of improvement where they can now connect to Solana as well as Cosmos and Ethereum. I think Injective is like the project looks really, really good. This is one of the ones the Cuban is in too. It's just it's $7 though. Like it's already up so much. It's like I feel like you know what I mean. Like if you weren't in here, you're getting it like like almost 7x higher than everyone else got it. There's just too many bargains for me right now. Where it's just like I feel like I just should leave this alone at this point. I don't know. It's totally up to you guys, like how you feel about this. But yeah, I feel like it as far as like the things it's doing. I feel like yeah, it has a bright future. But now investing in this at $7. I, I just feel like okay, I might as well just go to something else because now I'm getting it 7 times higher than I could have. And then at $7, how much more of a run do we have in it? If it gets back to its high, I got a 3x possibly, right? Which is cool. It's cool, but when I look at stuff like LCX and I look at stuff like Hedera, I got more than a 3x there. So yeah, man. Yeah, I do think it's good though. I do, but that's just how I'm viewing it. Um, Yeah, that's just how I'm viewing it. So I almost feel like I'm not going to touch it only because it's it's 7 times higher than I could have had it, and I can get more bang for my buck elsewhere. But again, it all depends upon your portfolio. Um, if you want something that seems to be more of a safe bet and 3x, at least the 3x seems good for you, then yeah, go right ahead, right? Um, yeah, Bank of England picked partner Accenture to create payments network. That's some great news. OMC, Quant has a very low token supply, as well as just 14 million tokens in circulation. Yeah, yeah, that's another thing to like about Quant, and that's why I'm saying like conservatively, we can expect it to do something like Ethereum did, like with this very low supply. It's just amazing, and just considering um, it being kind of like the OS or the backbone or the oracle for banking cryptos, and it having connections into things like R3's Corda, um, into stuff like Hedera. It's like, oh, it's amazing. It's amazing to think about. It's amazing to think about. And here it is. And they finally corrected the supply. Shout out to Greg Lund. He found like a error in their supply, and they were kind of just ignoring it, and then they eventually fixed it. But people in the quant community were giving them really like a lot of hate for it. And shout out to him for like sticking to his guns and having them correct it. But yeah, so now this is the supply. Um, it's just certain people, and shout out to my guy Maximus Crypto. Uh, Certain people like Max think like quant could be like the next. Like if you mixed out on Bitcoin or Ethereum, this is the next it. Um, I, I could totally see that. I could totally see that, especially given its position in this next financial reset. Yeah, I, and like I actually built. I was looking at building some of my quant portfolio this week, and I did. I actually did that. So, and we're going to continue to build this quant portfolio. I really do believe in what they have going on over there. And let me see here. If you guys did not know it, Quant actually created an ISO standard. I forget which standard it was. Let me see if I can find it here. I have it listed here somewhere. See if I can find it. There we go. Quant founded a ISO standard. Like that's how connected and into stuff that Quant is. That they actually founded an ISO standard. It's ISO T307, by the way. Like I I can't, like I almost feel like I'm downplaying this because I'm not saying it enough, or like there's no words for this. It's just yeah, that's how connected they are into stuff, into the next financial reset, that they actually came up with that ISO standard. This is part 5 in the series looking at Quant Network, where we look at blockchain standards, where CEO of Quant Network, Gilbert Veridian, founded the ISO standard TC307, which 53 countries are currently working towards. That's another kind of number, another one of those like occult numbers, which 53 companies are currently working towards. We also look at the European Union's launch of the International Association of Trusted Blockchain Applications, Enunciate, Ruel, which Quant Network are a founding member of. So my man's created an ISO standard. That's what we got going on here with Quant. Shout out to my guy, Riviera Group. Let's see. According to the Rainbow BTC chart, we are still in the accumulation zone for BTC, for sure. And we got like basically, if this bull run kicks off early, which some people think it might, and I think it could, because it always kind of happens a little bit earlier in the next cycle, could pop off around November, y'all. But if we're lucky, it may wait until the halving. But I'm looking at maybe November or maybe January, because if the BlackRock ETF gets approved in January, then all heck is going to break loose there. And so stack it while you can. That's all I'm saying there. Just stack it while you can. Let me try to mess with this some more. Okay, I think that's the best I'm going to get right there. We'll do that. What's up, my guy, Richard Judge? I am Rich. Check out his channel. Appreciate you, brother. Thoughts on Metis? What's up, Chloe Dior? Grand Rising. Let me take a look at Metis. I think this is a ETH layer 2. It's been a while since I looked at this one, but I do think they have a big following, and it's another token with a small supply. From what I can remember. Yep, small supply. You look at its market cap, it does not have as much money. It doesn't have that much money in it, which is why I think it ran so crazy, because not that much money, not that much, like a low token supply, not that much money. So if you inject some money into it, it could run pretty hard, which it did. This is what, like, people do this with like penny stocks and stuff like that. That's just with the low market cap, not that much money in it, and the low token supply. But that was just a comment on that. As far as the technology and who's involved, let's see. Let's pull out the trusty old Twitter, can we? Or X, I should say. Another financial reference, another reference to sacrifice, quote unquote sacrifice, which leads me to my crypto and conspiracy channel. Definitely come check that out. Crypto, I have a whole podcast on money being sacrifice. That is so true. And whenever you see that X, you should think about that X is sacrifice. That's what it represents. Sacrifice is also represented by the yin and the yang, the Aurora Boros, 1 and the 9, the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, life and death, the dyad 2, sun and the moon, life begets death, begets life, begets death, begets life. And money is a sacrifice in that way. So definitely check that out. Definitely go ahead and you can find it on Apple and Google Podcasts. For my patrons, you guys, I believe, actually have the video for it. So definitely check that out. But back to methods. Not now. Am I not signed in? I don't know how that happened. Here, let me come out here right quick and I'll put it on here. 1 second, guys. I'm going to sign in. I don't know if that's going to expose any of my information or not. So let me just do that right quick. Sorry, I don't know how I got signed out. It must be that it just periodically does that because I didn't sign myself out. Okay. Boom. We're back there. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Wow, a lot of people are following this. Okay, followers, I know it's just a treasure trove over here. Crypto Mason. CEO of Uphold, CEO of Caspa, Benzinga. Whew. Okay, methods. Gemini. Okay, they have a high list of followers. I had to do some deeper research on this. It's been a while since I've looked at it, to be honest with you. Um, I know they are like, okay, so they're basically an ETH layer 2. Oh, you can get these guys on Coinbase? I know for a while you couldn't get them on Coinbase. Okay, interesting. I'll have to do a little bit more research into these guys, but I like that all the those people are following them. That definitely means that they're not, or that definitely gives me a higher confidence in the coin. But I'll have to do some deeper dive on that in the future. What's up, Chris PW? Appreciate you. And by the way, guys, if you were in the Telegram and for some reason my Telegram booted out 70 people, I don't know what happened there. Not sure. But if you were in the Telegram and you're not anymore, or you may want to check and see if you are anymore, just go ahead and click the link in the description and go ahead and sign back up. It just booted a whole bunch of people out. People have been slowly rolling back in. But yeah, go ahead and get back in if you want to there. Metis hit an all-time high. Was crazy above $300. That's right. That's right. It was crazy. I remember looking and I'm like, what is this Metis? And that's when I was looking at it and it hit that $300 high. I'm like, what is going on? And it does have DeFi going. If we go to DeFi Llama, that was around the time I was looking at it and I was like, what is this coin that has all this DeFi money wrapped up in it? So they must have had some really nice DeFi gains going on for a while, which you see with certain coins. So a lot of people flocked over there to get those DeFi gains. See what I mean? Like, and this is another thing how I say like DeFi is so and in some cases it really reflects how like a coin's price. And you can just see that with this chart right here, right? Almost looks identical to that one, right? Crazy. So it just shows most people think like DeFi, like they're moving on to AI or all these different other technologies, which is cool. Stay on the leading edge, but don't forget the power of DeFi, right? Cool, guys. Nice show today. If you've gotten out of the Telegram, go ahead and just make sure you can get back in the Telegram because the more the merrier in there. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Yeah, guys, have a nice Sunday or Saturday and hopefully a nice Sunday too. I'm out. Peace, guys. Have a good one. I'm out of here.